Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. You're watching Amos Live. My name is Boy. It is Thursday, October 31st, 2024. We're standing at parking P3, overlooking the traffic taking place at, coming and going at Schiphol Airport. KLM 100 years, 787-10 Dreamliner next to the Cathay Pacific A350-1000, parked a bit further. Entering our field of view is a Canadian bank robber. Nice Dreamliner. Good morning, Lance Planes and More. Good morning, Blue Storm Gaming and Planes. Welcome to the show. Runway 1 at left is being used for outbound traffic right now, and making its way over to the threshold is KLM's 737-900, KLM flight 1851 to Munich. Hey Maria, goedemorgen. Matt, goedemorgen. This is KLM flight 1851 to Munich, 737-900, the BXO, 23 years old, first flight June 2001. Is it turning and burning? It's not stopping. It is accelerating, it is turning and burning. Flock of birds. Big picture overview. Overcast. The clouds are higher than the glide slope, so it isn't interfering with the glide slope. Runway 27 is going to be used for arrivals later in the morning, or runway 22. Bezoekbus wasn't clear on that just yet. Winds blowing from the south at the moment. Air France up, next to take off. Hey there Peter, tuning in from Australia, good evening. James Mail, good morning. Kinder Safe, goedemorgen, good morning. Richard, Tijn, goedemorgen. André, goedemorgen. Leo, goedemorgen. Kelly, good morning. Lise, Wit, good morning. Hey there Scott, good evening. Ewout, goedemorgen. Happy Halloween. All scary shit going on here. Airplanes taking off to the south. Now I'm also starting to hear engines being started. Let's have a look. I think we have our culprit in view right here. KLM A330. Also a massive big thank you to Scott, celebrating 4 months of membership. Thank you so much for your continued support, my friend. Hope all is still good in the lounge. Do let me know if something isn't to your liking anymore. Jellard, goedemorgen. Ronald, goedemorgen. Paul tuning in from Leiden or Noordwijk today. 16 months of membership he celebrates today. Coming in with a bang every time I log in. Great job, boy. Paul, thank you so much for your continued support, my friend. I hope all is still good in the lounge. I said it before, I'll say it again. Let me know if something isn't to your liking. Don't forget to vote for the custom emojis if you are a member. I hope you're going to stick around for many more months to come. If not as a member, then at least as a frequent visitor. Now, also Scott coming in with a gifted membership. I see that Aaron was the recipient. Welcome to the club, Aaron. Don't forget to vote. You're now a member. Custom emojis. There are 6 polls. You can choose your favorite in each poll. Each of the winners of the 6 polls I will put in 2 separate polls, and the winner of these 2 polls will become the successor to Chucky. Scott, thank you for gifting a membership to Aaron, and Aaron, enjoy the membership. Johan, goedemorgen. Jackie, goedemorgen. Tati, morgen. This is a 777 A330-200 to Houston, Texas. So we're not going to see this airplane depart from the runway that we have best view on. What is happening is that we have a triplet of airplanes in the vicinity of the threshold. Lined up already is a Transavia A321neo, a Corendon Max 8 or 9 behind it, the Max 9 behind it. This is Transavia flight 6729 to Seville, Coupe Seville. Brand new airplane, the Transavia, first flight March 2024. All new airplanes, A321neo, Max 9, behind that a KLM E2 Embraer 195, all modern jets. That was Air Baguette A321 in the foreground. TUI also has been pushed back to a Dreamliner. PHVVD and the BVA both left when we had arrived, but we're still setting up here. Those bastards left without saying goodbye. This is a Corendon Max 9 to Hurghada in Egypt. The airplane is a year old. The PHCDP, first flight July 2023. Hey there, T-Mac, good morning. Up and away Corendon Max 9 is. Air Baguette to Paris Charles de Gaulle, flight 1241, and behind it is an E2 Embraer 195 to Nice, which is nice, flight 1475. So departures right now take place from 18 left and from runway 24. 18 center is being used for arrivals. Runway 27 is expected to be used as secondary runway for arrivals or runway 22. The Zouk bus wasn't clear on it, depends on the wind. We'll see what it is going to turn out to be. For now, we'll see, and departures from 18 left are taking place probably until 11 or so. So another hour of departures like these ahead of us. Also a massive big thank you to Maria for celebrating 13 months of membership. Thank you so much for your support, not only as a member but also as a moderator. It was indeed great meeting you in person on a couple of occasions. Very lucky that we were able to do that. Also got to meet your son, who was your personal driver, your personal chauffeur. Really awesome. Also nice that you were able to make it as Jörg was visiting from Düsseldorf. Nice get together. This is Air France A321 to Paris Charles de Gaulle, flight 1241. Au revoir, à bientôt, omelette du fromage. cheese omelette. Good morning, Helsinki spotting. Ronald, good morning. Tomcat fan, good morning. Blackburst, good morning. Arno, goedemorgen. Marcus, good morning. He definitely did enjoy it as well. At least I'm assuming you're you're talking about Jörg. Now, what's that? That's a food truck? I think it is. What's that? It's all everybody's coming this way. Taking off from 18 left. We have a couple of airplanes in the background. Another Transavia is being parked at one of the maintenance hangars. Number 190 by the looks of it is 2. There were a lot of bizjets on the general aviation platform already. So I'm also hoping we can see some action over there in the background. The Dash 8 from the Coast Guard is parked over there. Meanwhile, we have number 190 taking off over here in the foreground. I'm hoping that this black jet will take off at some point during our stream. That would be nice. It is a beautiful airplane, at least from a distance. Tina, goedemorgen. Diana, goedemorgen. Tijn, goedemorgen. Whether or not it's going to happen in the stream, we'll see. What? Banana just landed? Mother effer. That shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Give me that kalium.
Bit of potassium. Yeah, and then the column is in the way, unfortunately. Let's see, what was that? DHL having arrived from Stansted. A300-600, flight 1443. 30-year-old airplane. First flight March 1994. Meanwhile, this KLM, I think, is going to Prague. Well, I was zoomed out a little bit on Flight Radar. Finnair, oh nice. Finnair A350 rolling out on center. Standard livery today. Finnair having arrived from bloody Helsinki. Landing on center runway. Choop choop.
Spearing trick.
Great spearing trick indeed. Hey Mark, good morning. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. And there it is again. Now that airplane is expected to get a gate somewhere over here, right on the other side of where we're standing, so expect to see that pretty soon. It's narrow bodies that are now taking off back to back from 18 left. Okay, then 737, this one going to Rome. Constantly going through the farts of this Delta A330, which has the APU on. You can see it is constantly farting gases. Hey Dave, morning. Good to see you, mate. Dave says, I dropped you a message on Instagram about possible content on Monday. Well, I don't stream on Mondays anymore, so that is my day off. My one day off in the week. Hadi Klaas, goedemorgen. Good to see you, mate. Embraer 175 to Poland, Wrocław or something. Flight 1337. Lead flight number. Once again, a lot of towing action taking place. And Finnair is coming, and Turkish in the retro livery is going to land on Zwanenburgbaan pretty soon. Mrs. Professor also back in the chat. Louis, good morning. Randomness, good morning. No, by all means, if you want to share what is happening Monday, Dave, by all means. Mrs. Professor, good morning. Hank, good morning. Just Play Nuts, good morning. Happy Halloween. Lego Steve, good morning. My stupid chat. I think the Turkish retro is behind the column right now, and I'm not seeing the latest messages in the chat now. Let's fix that first. Not seeing anything. Right. Is that the last message? Alright. Now I am synchronized again. Oh no, this is KM Malta. Alright, Finnair A350. Having arrived from bloody Helsinki. And Arjan, I have been there. It is a good location. The overhead traffic is nice. The view on the runway for landing, not perfect. I went there when I think Kaagbaan was in maintenance last year, and the runway was being used for both inbound and outbound traffic to the south instead of the Kaagbaan, and Polderbaan was being used for arrivals, so you also had the taxiing airplanes that went around the northern threshold. I think that was what made it really fun. But it is now primarily used as a runway for arrivals. Absolutely beautiful if you stand there and the A380 is coming overhead. Meanwhile, one after the other narrow body is taking off from one it left. Next airplane taking off will be KLM Flight 1919 to Zurich, 737-800. The PC-BCK is back. PH-BCK. Did I say PC? PH. 5-year-old airplane, first flight April 2019. Hey, you found the emoji. Way to go, Jackie. Serves a double purpose. KLM Embraer and the wheelie. More traffic coming this way. I think... yeah, that's Turkish in retro. Coming this way. Pretty soon. Now there were also a couple of 747s that are coming in to center. Let's see where they are at. First one is flying downwind already, and the other one is 2. KM Malta. Something heavy. Where did I see that tail? Think that was the Delta A330. KLM 737 to Venice. Let's have a look at that Turkish in retro livery. Nice one.
Again with the stripes.
Yeah, those retro stripes are absolutely beautiful. Türk Hava Yolları, Turkish Airlines. Turkish Flight 1951 in the retro livery this is. It is an A330-200. Having arrived from Istanbul, the airplane is 18 years old. First flight March 2006. Hey Sander, goedemorgen. Good to see you again, mate. Beautiful airplane. Retro liveries are the best, aren't they? Howdy Rick, goedemorgen. And welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. You're watching AMS Live, my name is Boy, we're standing in parking P3, overlooking traffic coming in and going out of Schiphol Airport. Winds blow from the south a little bit. Polderbaan is closed for maintenance. Gives us more action over here. Runway 18 left is being used for departures, and runway 27 or runway 22 is going to be used later in the stream for arrivals as secondary runway. Primary runway for arrivals has become runway 18 center, where this Turkish A330 has landed on. Quick check. The first 747 of the two coming in the next 10 minutes is already on the glide slope of center. Number 2 to land. Cathay Pacific Cargo 747-400 arriving from Paris. We should be able to see it pretty soon. Now, unfortunately, we cannot see the actual landings from over here. The building of the garage is in the way. Should be taking place somewhere over there. I do believe that we ought to be able to see airplanes that are landing on center here already. Let's test that out. TUI should be coming in. A TUI Dreamliner arriving from Curaçao. Gives us a nice little practice lap before the 747 will be coming in as the next airplane after that. Bill also back in the chat, good morning. Cloudy the Flyer also back in the chat, good morning. And yes, we can actually see the TUI before it went behind the TUI sign. And there it is, there's the tail. Right, so we can see the 747, which will be next after this airplane. Hey Lisa, Cloudy the Flyer is also in the chat.
What? Good morning, Clash the Flyer.
Good morning.
I'm waving back to you.
Waving back all the way to Belgium. Right, coming in next to center is Cathay Pacific Cargo flight 2038. It is a 747-400 freighter, 49 minutes on the way from Paris-Charles de Gaulle. The airplane is 16 years old. First flight August 2008. Unfortunately, we cannot see through the building. The windows are too reflective. The highway in the background that you see, that is... Oh wait, we can see through the... Hey, that opens up possibilities maybe. Right, column incoming. Hey Danny, goedemorgen. Our pushback on the ground. Danny, Webje Danny is also back. Delta on F7 is going to be pushed back in a moment. That is perfect timing. Let's see. Foxtrot. Foxtrot 7, is that over there? Yep, it is. Delta Foxtrot 7 will be pushed back by Webje Danny in a couple of minutes. You already announced it. Good to see you, mate. Hope you've recovered from your illness, the flu.
He's pushing back against the illness.
Danny is pushing back against the illness. Man,
Hey,
someone has been getting enough sleep. Right. You get out of there. Marianne, good morning. Roy, good morning. What time is the pushback expected, Danny? Now we were able to see a bit through the glass. Wondering where is the next 747? It is turning in now, going to be number 3. Another 747. Now, okay. Webje Danny is going to push back this Delta A330 in a minute. Now, there's also another interesting airplane that just has started moving. We saw it land as we were approaching the parking garage this morning. The A340-600. Now, what a sight to see. We have the Turkish A330 retro livery. A340-600. KLM 100 years. Cathay Pacific A350-1000, and Webje Danny is going to push back the Delta parked at Foxtrot 7 in a moment. Meanwhile, established on the glide slope of center and number 3 to land is Cargolux, arriving from Nairobi. Michael also back in the chat, Gerrit in the chat, good morning fellas, happy Halloween to you both. And Roy, thank you so much for your support, my friend. 18 months of membership already, up to the magical 2 years. Indeed, mate. The number of members in deep green is growing by the day. Thank you so much for your support and always dropping in on a regular basis. Hope all is still good in the lounge. Do let me know if something isn't to your liking and let me see what I can do about it. Nadat G8 is aangekomen. Which one is that? Is that the TUI Dreamliner? Pushback of F7 will commence after probably this TUI has... Yeah, the TUI. So we have boots on the ground in the form of Danny, who is working as pushback driver today. Danny informing us which airplanes he is going to push back. The Delta A330 will be pushed back once this TUI has arrived at its gate at G8. And have a look at that beautiful A330 retro. Turkish in the background, right next to that other pretty airplane, Singapore Airlines. Now a last glimpse on the A340-600 that has arrived and now is getting pushed back to a parking space out of sight, but not out of mind. Now we also have to keep an eye out for this Qatar Cargo 777 freighter, which will be leaving from 18 left and is making its way over to the runway. We have an EasyJet lined up already. That will go first. I'm thinking there's probably going to be a line cutter in the form of this Embraer that is also going to go. Meanwhile, Danny has begun the pushback. Pretty sure that we are going to get away from our friend once he is done.
Hey,
Webje...
LB.
Huh?
LB.
What?
The,
Oh, yeah.
my initials.
Madame de Buizère.
Bien sûr.
Oui, oui, omelette du fromage. So we have Webje Danny here, who is also in the chat, is now doing the pushback here.
Multitasking.
Pushing back. Oh, hey, oh, hey. Vessel interrupting our view. Delta A330 Neo. The engines still have to start. And we can see them beautifully. Okay, stop already, Danny. No, you're going too far. You're taking it too far. Now, in the meantime, Cargolux also just now landed. Cargolux and the A340 combo shot. There's too much going on at the same time.
Yeah, Qatar is also lining up.
Qatar's lining up, but there's also a potential line cutter. Now I'm not seeing that the line cutter is lining up yet. Adi Richard, goedemorgen. Webje Danny is the pushback driver that we have in our view, and he's also announcing in the chat which airplanes he's going to push back, so we know in advance where we need to point the camera. Now, Danny, we also have a Qatar Cargo 777 that is lined up on 18 left on the threshold, and it seems that it will be going in a moment. Good morning, Raven Rock. We have to do a quickie to the other side. Qatar Cargo 777 to Doha. I think to Doha. Yeah, to Doha. And there is spray on the runway, as you guys can see. A little bit of wing fluff over the top foil of the wings. Let's go back to Danny. There we go. Now we missed how Danny just uncoupled the tow truck. We might have also missed his wave then. Sorry about that, Danny. We had a Qatar 777 that took off just as you were uncoupling. Stupid airplanes. Danny is giving the sign. He has the pin. They're on their own. Singapore getting pushed back behind him.
He's waving. He gave wave.
Also a massive welcome back to Raven Rock. Just becoming a member again. Welcome back to the Aurora Sky Lounge, and thank you for choosing AMS Live once again to relax and chill out. Also, good morning, Mark. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Now we have a slew of narrow bodies that is going to take off from 18 left. Delta just has been pushed back by Danny. Turkish A330-200 in the retro livery. And Singapore Airlines is also getting pushed back. Singapore Airlines a candidate for runway 24. Doing fine, thank you for asking, Mark. Playtime just arrived. And are they starting? a GE90, or is that the A350's engines that we heard? One of the A350's. Not sure. Juliana, goedemorgen. Good morning. And the Delta that just was pushed back by Danny is now on the move. Delta is flying to the west. It's going to take off from runway 24. Not a candidate for us, unfortunately. Oh, maybe we heard the GE90, the first of the two of this 777 already, just now. Let's see, this is a 777-300 that is going to go to Zanzibar. I think it's the engines of this 777 that we are hearing. The engine on the right, the left, the right engine on the left in the field of view is already spinning. And this one still has to start. You can see there's hardly any wind at the moment. The PHBVC 777-300. Hey Anja, goedemorgen. Esra, goedemorgen, good morning. Esra is celebrating her birthday again. Last week also.
Nice.
I call bullshit. Yeah, getting old quickly. That's very unfortunate. Hey, Lance is also back. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. A lot of action going on. This is KLM flight 515 to Zanzibar, which should take off from our runway.
That reminds me of.
I know what that reminds you of. Snickers bars. Don't forget to drink enough water because you are going to dehydrate. Salivating like that. Hey there Sheila, good morning. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. That's the Delta that was pushed back by Danny. On the move. They're checking the controls, or at least they're almost done checking the controls. You can see the rudder, they already set the flaps. And interestingly, there's also a bird controller on runway 27, which leads me to believe that they might open up runway 27 instead of 22 later for arrivals, a secondary runway. Remember, Polderbound is closed for 1.5 weeks, which means more action around the other runways surrounding the airfield itself. Play is arriving. And we have a beautiful Turkish A330-200 retro livery over there that arrived earlier in the morning. Hey Almer, goedemorgen, good morning. Welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. Welcome to the show, you're watching AMS Live. Platform action, Singapore Airlines A350 to Singapore is also going pretty soon. We'll be taking off from this runway 18 left, from which in the meantime a lot of smaller jets have been taking off. Secondary runway 18 left, primary runway for outbound traffic, runway 24. And I think we're going to see runway 27, which is the runway that is intersecting the runway that these airplanes are going to take off from. You can see it in the distance. Touchdown zone over there. It is intersecting and causing a bump in runway 18 left. I'm thinking this runway is probably going to be used for arrivals since it is getting inspected now by K1. Doing a thorough check. Meanwhile, KLM flight 515 is on the roll. Going to Zanzibar and expected to take off from 18 left. Singapore also on the move, has begun moving. Going to Singapore, also a candidate for 18 left. And check out, once again, cannot stress it enough, this beautiful combo shot of retro and near retro liveries. Singapore Airlines and the Turkish retro. I think these are the two prettiest airplanes right now on the platform in a combo shot together. Stefan, goedemorgen. Brian, good morning. QJ, good morning. Bart, goedemorgen. Combo shot of pretty airplanes. Turkish retro, Singapore Airlines. That might even be thumbnail material. Now, something loud is coming in on 18 center. It is an American. What do you know? It is an American being loud using reversers. What? Who would have thought? Singapore Airlines. Singapore is coming this way.
Lance knows what's up.
Lisa, trust you are in charge up there. She certainly is, mate.
Yeah, I am.
Now, Stefan, I don't think I'm going to be around 2:15 since Bezoek Bus was indicating that runways center and 24 are going to be used between 1:40 and I think 2:20 or something. Means that there will not be a lot of action over here, so the stream is probably going to end around 1:40 or so, unless the actual runway use is going to divert from what Bezoek Bus is forecasting. Just Play Nuts says she's on her lounging chase directing the stream. Nah, she's standing over here and is doing active directing.
Yeah.
This is KLM flight 515 to Zanzibar. This is a 777-300 15 years old, the PHBVC. First flight May 2009. Bill has to laugh at the notion of loud Americans. Yeah.
New concept.
It's a new concept. Singapore Airlines coming this way, flight 323 to Singapore. More airplanes getting pushed back. This is the 777-200 to Johannesburg, also a candidate for 18 left. We're hearing GE90s being started all over the place. Another 777-200 has just been pushed back, and this is the flight to Quito. Now, Emirates Flight 146, that's the airplane behind it, the 777-300, has also come alive on the platform, and I think that is also going to take off pretty soon and should take off from 18 left. Unless they're closing 18 left and they're going to use the runway 27 for arrivals, which I don't expect is going to happen before 11. It was 11, right? 11. Yeah, the only diverging time was 1:20 till 1:40 until 2:20 or something like that. Hello Pat, have you met Kettle? Hadi Patrick, goedemorgen. And welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. You're watching Aim is Live, my name is Boy. We have wind blowing from the south to southwest. Means that runways 24 and 18 left are being used for departures. And either runway 27, and it was in use already this morning, and the bird controller is very actively checking the runway very thoroughly. So I am thinking that runway 27 is going to be used shortly as a secondary runway for arrivals. Primary runway has become 18 center with the temporary closure of Polderbaan due to maintenance. 28th until the 6th. And that means more action over here. This is Action Central. In the background you can see the biz jets at the general aviation platform. Runway 22 in the background. Runway 0422. Now, I'm hoping we might catch a glimpse of the Dash 8, which almost always goes out or comes back from a patrol during one of the streams. There's also a very interesting biz jet over there, all black. It's not Max Verstappen's biz jet. Yeah. It has orange in it as well, but it is looking very nice. Happy Halloween, Colin! And welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. Singapore Airlines is making its way over to the threshold of 18 left. Flight 323 going to Singapore. 9 Victor. Sierra Mike Bravo. SMB, wasn't that also an abbreviation of something modern that millennials use? I'm looking at you now, Lisa. Shaking my butt.
Yeah, of course.
That's
say that every single day.
Yeah, exactly. And then it starts to rain. It's the rain dance airplane.
Sorry, not sorry.
The airplane is 8 years old, first flight April 2016. You can see K1 in the background, the flashlights. Runway 27 is getting a very thorough bird inspection by the bird controller, so I'm almost certain that that is going to be the runway that is going to be used for arrivals later. Glide slope visibility is perfect, even though it is overcast. Clouds that are forming the cover are way higher than the glide slope is, so our airplanes approaching from the east are very well visible from over here today. Conditions are optimal, there's hardly any wind over here as well. Makes for smooth following without the need to employ image stabilizer. And that is the A350 from Singapore Airlines going to Singapore. More airplanes on the move. Another Heavy is coming this way. This is a KLM A330-200 to Kigali. That's also a candidate for a 18 left departure. I hope they're keeping the runway open for all these Heavies that are now coming. Here's the 777 to Johannesburg. That should ordinarily also take off from 18 left if I'm not mistaken. 777 to Kido in the background. That might take off from runway 24. Webje has a new update. Foxtrot 9, 1044, Dreamliner 900. Let's see. Foxtrot 9. This is Foxtrot 7. Foxtrot 9 on the other side. Which one is this? This is the G pier. So Foxtrot 9 BVI. What way are they counting? Oh, Foxtrot 9. Yeah, that's this one. So Danny will be pushing back this Dreamliner shortly. Yeah, and the 777 Kido is going to runway 24. We can sadly see it take a right-hand turn. The two big birds are coming. Sorry?
Light above.
Oh, helicopter. Yeah. Police helicopter coming into land. And Danny will be pushing back the other airplane at 10:44. So that's in 4 minutes from now, giving us some time to check out this police helicopter that is arriving. Plus the departure of the two heavies that are coming to 18 left. God, I love this place. Always action.
God, and also Miss Piggy.
Miss Piggy?
Looking for Kermie.
Well, not sure where Kermie is. Right. Hey there, Donna. Good morning. W, good morning. And W says A320 Croatia Airlines assigned 27 ETA 1048. So these are going to be the last airplanes taking off from 18 left then. And runway 27 is going to be used for arrivals shortly after that. Hey, is that Evan? 2024 World Champion Los Angeles Dodgers. I like planes. That can only be one. Top of the morning, Senor Rodriguez. Good to see you again. Hope all is well. I think all is well since the Dodgers won, and you seem to be happy about it. Right, that was the airplane to Kigali, the A330-200. Let's quickly do the departure of the 777 to Johannesburg, and then let's check out how Danny is pushing back a Dreamliner from gate Foxtrot 9. This is KLM flight 591, 777-200 the PHB QG, destination Johannesburg, South Africa. This airplane is 20 years old. First flight was in April 2004. Diane says Kermit is on the driveway at my place. Staat bij mij op de oprit.
So you can expect Miss Piggy visiting.
Miss Piggy is coming to get you.
Oink oink.
Right, here she is going, the 777-200. Siegfried, goedemorgen. Felipe, we are going to film arrivals pretty soon. Got you covered, no worries. Hey, that's good news, Jillard. KLM Cargo 747 will be landing on Buitenveldebaan. Lance, take care, take notice. Danny is already pushing back. It's another one of those days where a lot of stuff is constantly going on. We have boots on the ground in the form of Webje Danny, who is also announcing in the chat which airplanes he is going to push back. He's currently pushing back a KLM a Dreamliner from stand Foxtrot 9. Right, so the PHCKA 747 is going to come to runway 27. That is good news. Good news indeed. Means I also have to zoom out on flight radar a little bit to see all the inbound traffic. Hey, and there's a BizJet also coming into runway 22. Constantly busy. BizJet coming to Oostbaan soon. Indeed, Floors, I did see it as I was zooming out on my flight radar. Where is it? Still over Amsterdam, Vondelpark or something. Coming in a few minutes. Here we have Danny, who is driving the Lima Bravo today.
No.
Lise de Buizer. Of course it is. Well, I'm not going to forgo Danny this time in favor of a bizjet landing on runway 22. First airplane coming in on runway 27 in a moment is going to be an A320 from Croatia Airlines arriving from Zagreb, and after that ITA Airways flight 108 arriving from Rome. That's an A320 Neo. For those of you joining us just now, welcome to the show. You're watching ABS Live. My name is Boy and we are at parking P3 and we have Webje Danny in the tow truck. He's also in the chat announcing which airplanes he's going to push back. We also have the KLM 747 cargo coming into runway 27 shortly. I see that one of the ITAs has already landed, and I see that they're also going to move the A350 from Cathay Pacific. Now it was parked at a parking spot, wasn't it? Not at a gate. So they're taking it to a gate and then it's going to depart. And KLM 747 is going to be number 3 after ITA to land on runway 27. We can already see the lights of Croatia coming in. It's another action-packed stream over here today. If you've been enjoying the stream so far and you haven't done so already, consider giving it a like. It really helps to spread this content to more people like yourselves who are into aviation streams such as these, but who may not have come across the channel yet. Subscribe if you haven't already, if you want to stay in front of upcoming live streams. Danny is now at work. I think he has uncoupled and is moving out. Yep. So he took out the pin, the safety pin. He will show it to the pilot once he is at a safe distance. The airplane in the meantime is starting the engines if they haven't begun spinning already. Looking at the leading edge, we can see that they still have to set the flaps and the slats. They probably also have to do the controls check. See that everything is working in order. Photobomb incoming. United. And Evan says, hi boy, I'm happy that they've won, but I've been more of a fanatic of AMS Live than I've been of the Dodgers this year, and I'm very proud to say that. Well, those are very sweet words, my friend. I'm very honored, and I hope I will continue to do you proud. Peter PDK, good morning, perfect timing. And all others who have joined in the meantime, welcome to the show. Webje Danny, who is also announcing his pushbacks in the chat, is here, going to the front nose, the nose gear, taking out the pins. Yep, he's got the pins. Yo, and a wave back to Danny. That was a wave to us. Departures still take place, but they're lining up south of runway 27. The first airplane is landing. Let's have another look at Danny, who is now driving away. Russell in the foreground on the lantern, the street light. Moving away to a safe distance. Then showing that he has the pins. Making eye contact with the captain. Or at least first establishing eye contact and then showing, yeah, got them, all cool here, okay, cool, we can taxi. They can request taxi. Meanwhile, First airplane has landed. Croatia Airlines. Departure still take place from runway 18 left. A lot to see over here. Taking off from south of the intersection with runway 27, which allows that the incoming airplanes to land without any risk of a collision. Let's have a look. Next up, coming into runway 27 is going to be ITA Airways flight 108 arriving from Rome. That's an A320neo, and after that, and already visible, is a KLM 747 arriving from Nairobi, Kenya.
The second queen of the show.
Second queen of the show. Well, technically speaking,
We already
we already
had
saw queens.
close up.
ITA Airways flight 108 arriving from Rome, A320neo, 700 nautical miles it has flown so far to get here. The airplane is a year old, first flight December 2022. Let's have a quick look at the touchdown. Then we can quickly pan back to the 747 coming in next after this. Perfect. Already coming in next, KLM Cargo, operated by Martinair Holland. Arriving from Nairobi, Kenya, 8 hours and 12 minutes on the way, the PHCKC. 20-year-old airplane, first flight January 2000. Right, I already saw on my phone that we had a moment where the internet was out, so I already was looking at my laptop, and when it also announced that it was losing the connection, I hope I restarted it in time for you guys to see Her Majesty coming in. Seems that my chat has frozen in the meantime. Well, we do seem to have a live connection, luckily. My phone was sooner with the notification that I lost the internet connection than my laptop, luckily, so I was able to restart it right immediately afterward.
Dirty queen.
Dirty queen. Luckily the queen standing next to me is more hygienic.
I don't have a bad case of diarrhea.
You don't have a bad case of diarrhea.
Luckily.
Yeah, I'm standing in a big Faraday cage. Reception in the garage is always a bit iffy. Right. Caught it in time, luckily. Now, Her Majesty is arriving, and in the meantime, Emirates is expected to go. Now, we have simultaneous use of runways 27 and runway 18 left. So, we first have incoming airplanes. This is Norwegian that is coming in. Han also in the chat. Morning. Good to see you, mate. Welcome all others who have joined as well. You're watching AMS Live. This is the Anne-Cath Vesely livery landing, arriving from Stockholm. Runway 27 in use for arrivals, 18 left being used for outbound traffic. Emirates flight 146 next to take off. It is so eventful today that we cannot even linger on Her Majesty the Queen that just arrived here. Now, this is not a grumpy face, it is a smiling face. It is a bit of a scary face. It is very, very, very Halloween themed. first Norwegian to smile ever, yeah, and also a bit scary. Next up, Emirates, flight 146 to Dubai, 777-300 Hey, and that's Hans' favorite in the foreground. It's a quick glimpse on Vueling. Now, Her Majesty still taxiing, but behind the column now. Pity. I can look around it. Unfortunately, the camera cannot unless I tilt it on the tripod. KLM coming in. Having arrived from Oslo, KLM flight 1198. The BXY. Taking off south of the intersection with the runway is Vueling. And also a massive big thank you to Evan for your super sticker, world champ, beaming face with smiling eyes. I was about to read back your new name. Thank you so much, Evan. Ian, good morning. Full Throttle Aviation, good morning. Welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. We are standing in parking P3 with inbound traffic coming in, outbound traffic going out. We see everything from over here. Vueling lined up and an EasyJet A319 arriving. Glide slope shot with EasyJet A319 arriving from Geneva coming in. Tarom 737-800 behind it. Happy Halloween, Daniel. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Now, let's see. 777 on the move. That's on the move to Panama City, and we also have a 7879 that has been pushed back, going to Rio de Janeiro, which I think. Is that this one? I think it is. 78710 to Bangalore is also going to depart. Will it depart from 18 left since Vueling is now lined up still on it and now taking off actually? Will that have been the last airplane for the time being, and will it now be just outbound traffic from runway 24, or is 18 left still going to be used for some of the departures? This is Tarom having arrived from Bucharest, 737-800. Adios, goedemorgen. Sonic's Toaster, good morning. Hambo, good morning. Felix, good morning. Right, one of KLM's A321neos is now next to land, arriving from Copenhagen. We can already see the next airplane behind it, and that is, let's see. That's a 737-800 arriving from Paris-Charles de Gaulle, KLM flight 1404. This is KLM flight 1268 arriving from Copenhagen, A321neo. It's fax A. Fax A. Oh, that was a bit bouncy. Not the gentlest of landings. Right, well, if somebody is arriving, we can do shine the light and cockpit views quite well. Quite easy from over here. Webke has a break. And Danny says, got a break now, but also took a nice picture for you from that special livery Turk. We'll throw it on your Insta. Oh, I'm looking forward to that, mate. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, you have the best view on those beautiful airplanes from all of us.
What a job.
Absolutely not jealous. Next coming in, KLM flight 1404, arriving from Paris-Charles de Gaulle. Gentle landing. Right, we have a BizJet coming into runway 22. The 2 EASP Air arriving from Den Helder at Dornier 328 coming in. 29 years old, hailing from the year 1995. Hanbo says, we love your airplanes and your cheese. Yes, the cheese, the Dutch cheese is quite lovely, isn't it? We're waiting for that Dornier, which is a turboprop. Something we don't get to see very often. And after that, I think the next airplane is going to be number 190 arriving from Nuremberg.
There it is.
There's the Dornier, which is landing on runway 22, and that is of course intersecting the glide slope of runway 27. Braking. Ali Boris, goedemorgen. Good morning, IDC TBH, who lives in Den Helder and just saw this airplane fly. Nice. G90s being started somewhere over there. You can hear them. There's constantly the sound of engines being started. The Turkish A330 retro livery still over there. Hopefully returning to Istanbul when runway 18 left is open for business again, so that we can see it take off. Ian asks, is it military? I think it might be, because the Den Helder airport, I think, is a military airport. It was looking like a military jet. I think it might be. Now they're also doing an inspection on 18 left by the looks of it. Or is that? No, that's not a bird control vehicle. H1 looks different from this. Such a pretty airplane, the Turkish A330-200 retro livery. Hadi Erik, goedemorgen. And Pim, this is parking P3. We're going to turn the camera around in a moment. KLM flight 1842 is coming in. It is an Embraer 190 arriving from Nuremberg. Yeah, offshore. One of my nephews who lives on Texel, the island, he works offshore, so he usually takes the helicopter from the Koi to be deployed at one of the oil rigs, where he then does a 2-week stint usually. Then it's back onto the mainland again. BizJet just took off from runway 22. We missed it. We're not going to miss the arrival of the police helicopter, which we saw take off earlier and is returning once again. If the lights look pixelated, that is because I am far in the far end of my digital zoom. As long as you don't see light sources, points, it's not that noticeable that you're magnifying pixels, but when you see light points, they always seem very pixelated for some reason. I think there's also a little halo around those lights. Yeah. But hey, we can see what's going on over there a bit better than if I stuck to the top end of optical zoom, which is over here. You can still see things. G90s being started. Culprit, this specimen. Landings on runway 27 resuming. German Airways, Embraer 190 flying on behalf of KLM, returning from Nuremberg. Hadi Adrie, goedemorgen. Your Paul 22 says I'm at COP 27 in the yellow vehicle. Where are you? Ah, I think your pole is over there. Nice. Gotcha, mate. Iberia Express arriving from Madrid, and after that the G is coming in. A321neo, flight 36. 24 arriving from Athens. Air Europa is on the move, going to Madrid. The Dreamliner has been pushed back and is taxiing probably to runway 24. Next airplane coming in is Aegean, flight 3624, the G coming back to the Netherlands. The SX Nay, N-A-E, Nay, 2 years old, first flight February 2022. Nice landing. Gentle. German Airways in the background going out. Hadi Liewe, goedemorgen kerel. Adriaan, goedemorgen. Now, another United on the move. That is a 767. (767) 300 to Washington. In the background, the KLM 100 years 787-10 Dreamliner. Now over here, a 777-300 Air to Sao Paulo. Now it is 11:14, so unfortunately I'm expecting this to take off from runway 24, this airplane. That is a bit of a pity, unless, well, maybe, no, well, not sure. They did begin early with the runway change. Something loud is coming in on runway center. Delta A330. Little loud American. What do you know? Now we still have airplanes coming in from the east that are coming to runway 27 by the looks of it. So 767 Turkish A330 retro livery combo shot. Oh, they also have the engine casing open. Doing a little check. A little check of the engine of the Turkish A330 retro livery. Well, that 767 is singing as it passes us by on the other side. Wobble, wobble. The road seems to be a bit bumpy. Hadi Peter, goedemorgen. Welcome all others who've joined in the meantime. You're watching AMS Live, my name is Boy. We're standing in parking P3 today. overlooking all the business going on around the platform and terminal building. Polderbaan is closed today and is expected to stay closed until the 6th. Means that more action around Schiphol itself is taking place. Runway 27 is being used for arrivals. 18 left is going to be used again later in the morning for departures. BizJets coming to and taking off from runway 22 as well. We have an E2 Embraer 195 coming in next to runway 27. You can also see the lights of the Embraer 175 that is flying behind it, arriving from Hanover already. 2 airplane glide slope shot. On the right we have an E2 Embraer 195 KLM, flight 1292, arriving from Billund. Flight time 46 minutes, E2 Embraer 195, the NXG, the PH NXG. The airplane is 2 years old, its first flight was in November 2021. Quiet as a mouse, aren't they? Flap surfaces do look squeaky clean, like with the Heavies. So that seems to be consistent. Consistent policy of KLM. Hadi Kars, goedemorgen. Next up, KLM flight 1788, returning from Hanover. 37 minutes on the way to get here. The PH EXW, 6 years old, first flight January 2018. Little Embraer 175. Whale sounds emanating from the platform. So that is either an E2 Embraer or an A220 that is spooling up or spooling down. It's a typical sound that you hear only with airplanes that have geared turbofan engines. And currently frequenting Schiphol, that is just the E2 Embraer 195 and the A220 series. Right, are they pushing it in or taking it out? That's the question. Let's also do a quick update of the weather situation. I don't think that a lot is changing over the course of the day, but let's check it anyway. Last time we checked, we had a little bit of wind blowing from the south and we had broken clouds at 2,100 feet. Right now the wind is still between south and southwest, still a handful of knots, 5 knots, 204, broken clouds at 2,300 feet. The air temperature is 14 degrees Celsius, just shy of 60 degrees Fahrenheit, not much to see otherwise. Hey there, Halil, good morning. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Time for KLM flight 1284, arriving from Aalborg, Embraer 175 up next. Hey, is that a tow? That is our Dutch government airplane, the PHGOV, getting towed. The government did not, the king did not pay his bill. No, it's the government airplane, so must be one of the ministers who forgot to pay their bill, and that's what you get. You're getting towed if you don't pay up. This is KLM flight 1284, Embraer 175, arriving from Aalborg. The PHEXO, 7 years old, first flight June 2017. Brake, 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 brake. An early exit. Alright. What is next? A737 arriving from Berlin. And on the far left, speck of light in the distance, another Embraer 175 arriving from Bremen. This is KLM flight 1772, 737-800 arriving from Berlin, 51 minutes on the way, relatively fast. Berlin, usually an hour's flight away, now 51 minutes and counting. PHHSD, it is 13 years old, the first flight of this airplane was in March 2011. Let's see what is going on the far end, general aviation platform. So is that movement around the dash 8? I'm not sure that it is. It's hard to estimate depth from such a big distance, but it might be activity over there. There's the Dornier that we saw earlier, standing in front of that beautiful black bizjet that we saw earlier. Doesn't seem to be anything going on right now. Hadi Teun, goedemorgen. Howdy Luke, goedemorgen. Gefeliciteerd Luke, who says it is his birthday today. This is a triple getting pushed back that is going to go to Panama City. KLM flight 757. I think they're starting this engine already. Yeah, it's continuing to spin harder, faster and faster. You can start to hear it as well. Perfect. Now, Finnair A350 also has come alive on flight radar. And I see that the strobes are on. They're probably pushing it back pretty soon. Sadly, it is an airplane that departs from runway 24 almost always. I do see that the bird controller is doing an inspection of 18 left. That is K1 AVW. The other three are Raptor Rangers. They're doing that, and that's a clear indication of the imminent reopening of 18 left in normally around 10 minutes from now. Second engine also starting. Hey Ricardo, goedemorgen, good to see you again mate. And welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. You're watching Amos Live, my name is Boy. I'm joined here by Lisa and we are standing in parking P3 today.
Hello.
With the closure, the temporary closure of the Polderbaan 18 right, a lot of action takes place more closely around the terminal building. We have runway 18 left that is going to open up pretty soon for departures again. Departures and arrivals are now taking place on runway 27. KLM 777 just now started its engines. Earlier in the morning we also had Webje Danny, who is working today as a tugger, doing pushbacks, announcing which airplanes he was going to push back. He was on a break. Hopefully we'll see him again later in the chat, announcing which airplanes are going to take off. El Al over there, and Turkish over there. Turkish A330-200 in a retro livery. Turkish A330 will be leaving for Istanbul again later. And the triple is on the move. HDV, goedemorgen. Alan, good evening. Who's tuning in from Brisbane? Good morning. Welcome all others who've joined in the meantime. Happy New Year! That is K1 sending off some fireworks. Oily balls! Ooh, lovely. Here we have a physics demonstration demonstrating the difference between the speed of light and the speed of sound. Well, physics demo is over. We came too late to the show, I think. Or did we? Nou. Hey there Dion, goedemorgen. Silvio asks, what is it? The bangs that you heard, that was fireworks by the bird controllers to chase away birds. This is a, not baby bus, but a bit bigger than the baby bus, A319, it's a minibus. Arriving from Paris-Charles de Gaulle, Air France flight 15 Dolo. Arriving on runway 27. Hey there, Drew, good morning. Finnair is on the move, it is going out. Going to bloody Helsinki. Being preceded by the 777-200 Panama City. They're both going to runway 24, sadly. We still have a couple of airplanes coming into runway 27 before the reopening of runway 18 left. A 2 airplane glide slope shot over here with Transavia flight 5216 in the foreground, arriving from Catania. 2 hours and 38 minutes on the way. It's the PHHXN Hotel X-Ray Newton, November. The airplane is 5 years old, first flight December 2018. Maria says, time for my beauty sleep. Good night, everyone. Good night, Maria. Thank you for joining. And Dion is posing an interesting question. Will the A380 now land just on center? Its ETA was, what was it? A quarter to?
Yeah,
Quarter to one. I think it is going to land on center then. Let's have a quick look, right? So, checking out expected runway use for today. It says that, well, this is the predicted runway use, and let's go to flight radar. Emirates A380 is approaching and is expected 12:18, so that should mean that center is the only runway open for arrivals. So yeah, seems to be the case that the A380 is going to land on the center runway then. Now, we are able to see it from over here, although there are buildings in the way. Next up, K-Lift at 12:16, arriving from Stockholm, Embraer 190. Flight time 1 hour and 39 minutes. The airplane is 14 years old, its first flight was in March 2010. Yeah. Don't see any other airplanes coming in after this airplane, so it looks like this is going to be the last airplane landing on runway 27 for the time being, and it's likely that shortly thereafter, when it left is reopening. Lovely sticker. Lovely pair of stickers. Colorful stickers on the airplane. So yeah, I think this was the last airplane landing on runway 27. I think they're going to reopen 18 left pretty soon. What's the estimated time of departure of the Turkish A330? It seems to be loaded up with cargo, filled to the brim by the looks of it. The engine case is still open, but that's just a matter of closing it. They're still loading up cargo on the front side. Right, 777 is getting pushed back here. That is going to go to Nairobi, Kenya. That is a candidate for 18 left. Might be the first airplane to take off from 18 left. Okay, left at 565, 777-200 to Nairobi. Engine number 1 is starting. That's the engine on the left side of the field of view, the right engine of the airplane. You can see that it is starting to spin and picking up speed. And Dion, you need to go to bezoekbas.nl for the expected runway use and lvnl.nl for the current runway use. Hey there, W Panda Lufthansa 747. Welcome to the show. First engine is picking up speed. The second one is starting right now. Now, will this be the first airplane taking off from runway 18 left again? I think it might be. Now the A321neo to Atirau from Air Astana is lining up on runway 24. But it is 11:40 now, so I'm thinking we are going to see this 777 as the first airplane, or at least the first heavy, taking off from 18 left again. Air Oink Oink also has come alive on the platform, looking on flight radar. The A321neo to Istanbul, also a good candidate to take off from 18 left. And good morning, good early morning to John, who's tuning in from San Francisco, where it is 50 F and partly cloudy. Over here, a bit warmer, it is approaching 60 F.
So warm.
Yeah,
So
it's
hot in here.
super warm. The sun is out, as you can see. It is shining abundantly. It's 2 layers of sunscreen that we're wearing today.
White AF.
Good morning, Peter. Hey, Frans, thank you so much for choosing AMS Live. Frans just became our latest Aurora Sky Lounge member. Welcome to the club. Thank you for your vote of confidence. Sit back and relax in our Aurora Sky Lounge. Don't forget to use the custom emojis and don't forget to vote for the custom emoji successor of Chucky. We have 6 polls in the community section for members. 6 polls. The winner of each poll will be put together in two follow-up polls, and the winner of these 2 polls will become the next emoji to follow up the late Chucky. Rest in peace, Chucky. A minute of silence. Hey, Alan, also back in the chat. Finally, mate. We were missing you. Also, Air China Cargo AMS office. Goedemorgen. Good to see you. Welcome all others who've joined. We are watching.
Planes.
We're watching planes. Yeah. No shit. The 777 to Nairobi, and I can already see that 180 left is reopening because KLM flight 1305 to Gdansk and number 175 is approaching the threshold. It is going to be the first departure since the reopening. More is coming. KLM flight 1959 to Istanbul is also coming this way. That's the 737-800. Alan was delayed pissing his neighbor off. What did you do to piss off the neighbors, Alan? Dare I ask? See that Roadhog is also back in the chat. Good to see ya. KLM flight 565 to Nairobi, Kenya. 777-200 making its way over. In the meantime, a couple of 737s are taking off already. We already saw one in the background. One is lined up right now. This is going to go to Istanbul. KLM flight 1959, 737-800. PHBGB. Wind seems to be picking up a little bit. If we check out the windsock over there, a bit more Viagra in the air. Ah, farting near the neighbor. Well, at least I hope it was a smelly fart. Otherwise, your neighbor may not even have noticed it. Alrighty, whoa, here we have KLM 5565 to Nairobi, Kenya. 777-200 PHBQI, 19 years old, first flight November 2004. BizJet also has come alive in the background on the general aviation platform. Globe Air to Oxford. Will be interesting to see. Not seeing anything in the immediate vicinity to runway 18 left, so I'm thinking the BizJet might be next if it is moving pretty soon. If it starts moving pretty soon. Karen is tuning in from Hoofddorp, and it was in the lift. Right, farting in the lift next to the neighbor. That's a good way to piss off the locals. Way to build a reputation. Now, where is that C510 Cessna 510 Citation Mustang of Globe Air that is going to go to Oxford? Not seeing anything moving yet. They did put on the transponder, but it seems to be only that. Hadi Karin, goedemorgen. Karin tuning in from Hoofddorp. Goedemorgen brandmail. I think no, scrolling is not a good idea. Now the chat is stuck again. Is it synced again? Not sure. We'll see. We have number 190 to Genoa coming this way, and also an EasyJet A320 to Naples. No, my chat is not yet updating. No. Quite annoying. Whenever you guys send long messages, I am tempted to scroll laterally, and whenever I do that, then my chat window usually freezes and doesn't update, or I cannot scroll down to the last message. I think I'm now seeing the last message. Alan saying morning to Anya. Yeah, this that is now synced again. Alrighty, this is an Embraer 190 going to Genoa. Fiji come, Fiji go. Right, this is EasyJet flight 24232 to Naples. Austria registered the OEIVR. It's an A320, 8 years old, first flight July 2016. Air China Cargo 777 just now landed on the center runway. I was hearing something behind me. That was it. That was KM Malta. Coming this way, A320neo. And that 777 from Air China Cargo over there, rolling out, having landed on the center runway just now. Hey there, Josephine, good to see you again. Welcome all others who've joined. Itai also coming this way by the looks of it. That is a beautiful A220. Has to be one of the prettiest airplanes out there. Bombardier C Series 100 going to Milan. Flight 121. Canadian bank robber is also about to leave. They are pushing it back while pulling it forward more precisely now, but that's flight 809 to Toronto and also expected to leave pretty soon. Headshot of the A220 Bombardier C Series 100. And you can just see through those see-through engines beautifully. You can see just how tiny the cores of these engines are. It's more like a prop than a turbofan almost. The EIHLB. Capitano, come stai? Dottore. Okay, Malta, A320neo to Malta. The airline of the Maltese Islands. The 9H Neo. Hey, we have a Dreamliner coming this way, going to Mumbai. KLM flight 877. Howdy Patrick, who is tuning in not from Antwerp but from Bali. Happy holiday, mate. Hope you've had a good journey and hope you're having fun in Bali. Daytime is also going again. We saw it arrive and we are going to see it take off. Well, we're going to see it taxi past us towards runway 24. More planes coming this way. Is that Bulgaria Air? No, that's Royal Air Maroc. Going to Nador. The Dreamliner is coming. We'll be going to Mumbai in India. However, lined up at the moment, this beautiful Italian bird. ETA Airways flight 121 to Milan. Bombardier C-Series 100, aka the A220, the EI-HLB. It is brand new. First flight was in December 2023. It is holding short, and that usually means stuff is going on in the background. And that's fuel trucks. But no jets. Oh wait, I was wrong. There was a jet taking off. That's the Citation 510 probably to Oxford. Meanwhile, it has cleared the trajectory. Airplanes follow when they take off from runway 18 left. Whale sounds emanating from the engines of the A220. Here it goes. Bump, bump. El Al is coming this way. Anya has to go. Thank you for joining, Anya. Enjoy the rest of your day. See you again later in the weekend, hopefully. Right, next take off from center. No, from 18 left is going to be the 787-10 to Mumbai. KLM flight 877. The PHBKI crows are saying hi to the viewers. They're saying like if you haven't already and subscribe if you want to stay informed of upcoming live streams. The airplane is 4 years old. The PHBKI. Air Arabia Maroc behind it. Uffel, hello there, good to see ya. Showtime. Canadian bank robber. It has taken the loot, it has taken our money, and it is going.
But it asked for it nice.
It asks for it nicely. That's the silver lining. The Netherlands having become a bit more poor. KLM Embraer on Cheaters Lane, holding short. Has to let the Moroccan go first or the Arabic airplane. I'm always struggling. Is this Air Arabia Morocco? Is this Air Arabia? Is it Royal Air Morocco? Air Arabia operated by Air Arabia Morocco. It's going to Nador. It's an A320. The airplane is 8 years old. First flight December 2015. The 737 that you see on the right is KLM Flight 1431 to Lyon. Air Arabia is going. KLM not yet, immediately lining up. LO next after that. Now the second airplane in line. Not counting this one. The line cutter KLM Embraer just now passing by, and that is another ITA also coming. Canadian bank robber on the move. TUI Dreamliner also on the move. Transavia A321neo getting towed. The Ryanair 737 moving on its own strength, on its own power. W says Cathay 747 active on flight radar, scheduled departure 11:55. What's its destination? Is the candidate for this runway. Cheater and Cheaters Lane taking off in the background, and another beautiful ITA is coming this way. We already had the one going to Milan take off just now, and the one to Rome is following suit. This is ITA Airways flight 107, A320neo to Rome. It's the EIINB. Hey, that's good news, W. Cathay 747 going to Hong Kong. Scheduled to depart 11:55. That is a candidate for 18 left. What? Wouldn't that be something? Cathay 747 taking off. Got the KLM cargo coming in on runway 27 earlier in the stream. Perfect, perfect, perfect. History Haven, good morning. Is it morning still? No, it is afternoon over here in Central Europe now. Mainland Europe, I should say. Welcome to the show. For those of you watching, you're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. I'm standing here with Lisa in parking P3, overlooking everything going on the main platform area.
We
Pull
see
the button is-
everything. We see everything.
We see everything. Everything. We're not able to capture everything on film, but we are able to see everything from over here. Now, with the Pull the Button runway 18 right now closed for maintenance for 1.5 weeks, a lot of action taking place surrounding the main platform area. The El Al that you now see, which is going to fly to Tel Aviv shortly, is taking off from runway 18 left. In the background we also have runway 22, 0422, that is Biz Central, so to speak, general aviation platform. BizJets taking off and landing on that runway. And the PHGOV is getting towed again. That's the Dutch government airplane. They're turning it back and forth. There's an intersection, and runway crossing the El Al is runway 0927, which has been used for arrivals earlier today. So there's constantly action taking place over here. Now, we were also getting informed by boots on the ground in the form of Webje Denny, who is working as a tow truck driver, tugging and pushing back airplanes today. He was announcing which airplanes he was going to push back. Saw him in action on a few occasions already. Still waiting for this beauty to take off, and I hope it's going to happen in the stream. Turkish A330-200 retro livery. And the Cathay 747 just has had a pushback, Hans says. Thanks for the update. And hey there, Marino, who is also joining us and saying hi. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't be afraid to say hi. It's not mandatory, but it is always appreciated. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you're enjoying the stream and you haven't already, consider giving it a like. It really helps to spread this content to more people like yourselves who are into streams such as these. ITA Airways Flight 107 to Rome, lined up on runway 18 left. A320neo, 1-year-old airplane, first flight December 2022, and it is going. Adrian informing us that the A380 is at permanent at 4,000 feet, landing on center runway. We are not able to see the runway without any obstructions. There are trees and buildings in the way, but we already established earlier in the stream with 747s landing on runway 18 center that we still have a decent view from over here. So by all means, please give me a sign once it has turned final. The A380 in the vicinity of Schiphol. Marina asks if I saw LA flight yesterday. I didn't. Sorry, I was busy. I was in the gym. And after that, went to bed relatively early. Did something particular happen? This is KLM Flight 743 to Lima in Peru. Usually a candidate for runway 24. Although we have seen it take off from 18 left earlier, so not having very high hopes, but you never know. Quick zoom out on flight radar tells me that the A380 is about to turn final and is going to be third to land. Ah, okay. There was a guy called KLM boy, and I thought it was you. No, mate. If I respond in chats or comments, I will do that as AMS Live. I don't think I have a private account for YouTube. I just have the AMS Live account, I think. if I were to watch other live streams and would partake in the live chat or leave a comment behind a stream or video, I would do that as AMS Live. Jewe Slijm says that the 100 years KLM was going to LA yesterday. Well, as it happens, it is resting and digesting right there. Milan EasyJet is taking off from 18 left. Yeah, Oreo cookie. Or at least Jendrusek says he thinks that the O looks like an Oreo cookie. Now, I'm not a big Oreo either, so I cannot say that it does or that it doesn't. If there are Oreo cookie eaters, if there are Oreo connoisseurs in the chat, by all means chime in. Croatia Airlines to Zagreb is coming this way. Should be taking off from 18 left soon. Air Oinkong is also leaving for Istanbul. Not sure how much we can see of the departures because I see that Emirates 147 is now final on 18 center. Tom is saying that the 747 is on its way for departure, so that is also coming this way. A 747 Cathay Pacific to Hong Kong. We should start seeing it over there when it does show. Now, where's 777 going to go to? Matthew confirms, definitely looks like an Oreo. Okay, so there you have it. I think we need to buy some Oreo cookies and do some research ourselves. I think we have to, right? Right, let us already start practicing with what we can see from runway center. I thought we could also see through the glass a little bit. There is reflections, we can see somebody standing inside. This is where we should see airplanes land on the center runway. And the next airplane coming in is going to be the Emirates A380, arriving from Dubai. Now, how far ahead can we see? There's an elevator shaft over there, so I think this is now looking through 2 layers of glass. We should see the A380. Still at Zwanenburg, so it's not visible yet, but I'm just already... Yeah, I think we can see through 2 layers of glass. We should be able to see it. And Rodney says, I think the O looks like half of a grapefruit. Or that. Grapefruit Oreo. Would that be tasty? I'm not sure that it would. For those of you joining us just now and you're thinking what the actual F is going on here, why is this guy pointing his camera towards a building seemingly? The A380 should become visible in a moment through 2 layers of glass. This is the elevator shaft of parking P3. Somebody is already pointing, so they're seeing it. They're filming it. Right, so we're about to see the Emirates A380 through 2 layers of glass on its last leg to the center runway.
Oh no, it only has 1 leg.
It has multiple legs,
How is it gonna land?
multiple tires,
2.
and it's leaving 6 kilograms. There it is, 6 kilograms of rubber.
Nice.
Yeah, and there we see the buildings are in the way. Tui, Mofo.
Jaws.
It is a bit like Jaws, isn't it? Applying the reversers as always. Clearly audible. Right, column incoming. There it is. Emirates Flight 147 having arrived from Dubai. The A6EOV, 9 years old, first flight September 2015. Hey there, Rio.
Queen alarm.
Queen alarm, right, from one quad squad to the next. Taking off to Hong Kong from runway 18 left shortly is Cathay Pacific Cargo. As our Oink Oink is getting out.
She's found her curfew.
Hey there RDW, goedemiddag. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Second time Rio is here in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Nice of you to say hi. Welcome one and all. Feel free to say hi. It's not mandatory, but if you're new to the channel and you have a question, feel free to ask as well. It's always nice if people have questions. There's a lot of people watching. They're all friendly and many of them are knowledgeable. Cathay Pacific Cargo flight 2038 to Hong Kong. Let's listen to the Queen. Hey there, Leo. Hey, Atlas also alive on flight radar 7478 to Hong Kong as well. Will it also take off from 18 left? Wouldn't that be something? 2 Queens outbound. Dreamliner being pushed, being towed in the background. Captain, what up? Ooh, and a Kestrel. Hovering, beautifully visible against the background. Fido Kestrel, hunting for mice. I think he caught something indeed, yeah.
Not bothered by the planes.
Not bothered by the planes at all. Hey, but if anybody can check what runway Atlas Air is going to be taking off from, the 7478, or is that just a false positive that they forgot, or that they already are turning on the transponder? Cathay Pacific Cargo, flight 2038 to Hong Kong, about to take off from runway 18 left. It's the Blib. Bravo Lima India Bravo is its registration. Not Blub, but Blip. Blip Blip. She is 16 years old, this one. This queen. Oh, what a lovely 16-year-old this is. First flight August 2008. Alvin, what up? Perfect timing, mate. Right. 16-year-old Cathay going to Hong Kong. Let's listen and look. Up, up and away, Her Majesty the Queen. Flipping A. Bit of a smoker. But there you go. Now, and if that's not all, Outlaws Air Flight 9561 7478 to Hong Kong also seems to have been pushed back just now. So I think, let's not jinx it, but I'm cautiously optimistic that we're going to see another 747 pretty soon. Hadi Koen, goedemiddag. Right, into the cloudiness she vanishes. Hey, hey, A380 arriving at its gate. And the Turk is getting pushed back. Turkish Airlines A330-200 going to Istanbul by the looks of it. That is awesome. Matthew says, wow, flight radar very closely synced with your video, hardly any delay. That is nice to hear, mate. Now, Webje Denny, he was on a break earlier. Will he reappear to announce the pushbacks he'll be doing? He did so on a few occasions earlier. Russell and his cronies over here sitting on the lantern in the foreground. The Turk and the Emirates. Mighty awesome. No sooner has the Turkish left and the gate is getting taken. Indeed, Koen, retro livery, Turkish A330-200, flight 1952 to Istanbul. W says Cargolux 747 CV2613 to Luxembourg, estimated departure 12:47. So that might be a third queen taking off from 18 left then. We'll see. The Turkish YOLO plane. Well, Yolari. That's Turkish for YOLO. Shamrock passing by. Ambulance or something. Probably on the highway. Wasn't able to see it. Emirates has arrived at the gate. The Turkish is going to taxi pretty soon. On its way to Istanbul. A330-200. Haye Voorhorst asks if I've flown the king or queen myself. The sad answer is no on both counts. But what is not yet, what hasn't happened yet might still, you never know. In the meantime, some narrow bodies are taking off. And Joaquin says, bro, I am on that Emirates flight. Where are you? I'll come over, say hi. Bro, you need to take a bus from the entrance of Schiphol. This is parking P3, but it's not as easy to get here as you might think it is. Just a word of warning. Meanwhile, Iberia Express is ready to go back to Madrid. Embraer 190 to Prague is behind it, KLM. Dreamliner is getting towed. Up and away. Hadi Clementia, goedemiddag. Headspace, good afternoon. Hi Forrest has been in an Emirates A380 3 times already. Nice. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous, but I am. Turkish is starting to move. Now, mate. Thank you so much. Alvin just now gifting 5 memberships. What up, mate? That is not necessary. You're doing more than enough to support the channel as a moderator, mate. You know that. I know you know. Maybe we should stop repeating it. There's no stopping you. Thank you so much, Alvin. I hope that the people who just now received a gifted membership from Alvin will enjoy it. There are custom emojis that you can use for a month. You can also, as a member, cast your vote in the 6 polls in the community section for members, where you can cast your vote and let your opinion be heard on which of the emojis listed you want as the successor to Chucky. 6 polls. You have until Saturday, then I'll choose the winner. I'll pick the winners from each poll, put these up against each other in 2 separate polls. Reason for doing that is because the one poll where there are only 2 entries the winner is getting way more votes than the winner in the other polls is. That is because there's only 2 options in that poll. So if you have 100 people and there's a clear favorite, you'll get more votes for that than for the other polls where you have 4 or 3 other candidates. Atlas Air is also on the move, coming this way. Hey there, Headspace, who is tuning in from Nashville. Up early, mate. Happy Halloween indeed. And the Cessna will be landing on the Oost. Adrian is warning us. Thanks for the heads up. I'm zooming out on Flight Radar a little bit. I can see it. I'll show you in a minute. Thanks for the heads up, Adrian. So much to see, and I'm zoomed in on Flight Radar for the outbound traffic. One of KLM's Neos. We saw Fox A already. This is Fox B. And we have a BizJet coming in to runway 22 pretty soon. That is Aero West arriving from Hanover. Another prop, Cessna 425, age on NA. NA. And the Turkish Retro A330-200. Now the BizJet is flying over the new Emir. I can see it already. There it is. Little itty bitty Cessna. Arriving from Hanover, I think it was. Yeah. Hardly any wind makes following things at a big distance relatively easy. Boom. Turkish tail photo bombing. Now, what's coming? Is that what I think it is? It is.
Jaws.
It is, isn't it? Oh, what? What? Meanwhile, Fax B is going. Fax B is going and Her Majesty the Queen is coming. Next to take off from 18 left is going to be Turkish. Happy New Year! Runway 27 is also getting prepared to be used again pretty soon for arrivals. K4, one of the Raptor Rangers. No more fireworks. I want fireworks and oily balls. We also have a heli coming in. Where did I see it? There it is. Police helicopter. Or is it going? I think it is leaving. It's giving us the tail. Next up, Turkish Airlines in the retro livery, flight 1952 to Istanbul, A330-200, the TCJNC. The airplane is 18 years old. First flight of this airplane was in March 2006. Happy early New Year indeed, Finn Air A350 fan. Engines are spooling up. Showtime! Türk Hava Yolları. Combo shot of the retro Turk and the all-white Atlas. Like watching paint dry, the retraction of the main gear of an Airbus A330. It's almost inside now. Yep, shut the doors and get out. Time for 7478 to Hong Kong, Atlas Air Flight 9564. All white, 10-year-old airplane, first flight July 2014. And you're absolutely right, Alvin, I think you're right. The A330 really lends itself to a retro livery with a bit of an old design already. Wouldn't mind if they also made 747s back in retro liveries, even if it is a more modern 747-8. Gillard informing us that the 747 Cargolux to Luxembourg also has had its pushback, so that is also coming probably.
Fellow queens.
More queens.
Represented today.
Rodok says, "Mom, I saw a naked 747." Nudity here on AMS Live.
Naked women.
This is an 18+ channel.
Naked queens.
Parental supervision is advised. Hey there, Thomas. Good to see you again, mate. Welcome back.
Who says I have a mother?
Who says I have a mother? Johnny Tightlips. I hope you've had a good journey. I ain't saying nothing. Okay, well, so how's your mother? Oh, who says I have a mother? Pew pew pew. Johnny Tightlips. Johnny Tightlips. Can you see who's shooting at us? I see a lot of things. Atlas Air Incognito, a virgin queen. Like a virgin.
She's enjoying the attention. Look how slow she's going.
Queens like to bask in attention. Yeah. Plain Jane plain, but she does not have diarrhea. She doesn't have a bad case of diarrhea, at least. I've got a bad case of diarrhea. I've got a bad case of diarrhea. You have to do the dance as well, otherwise people will not understand what's going on with you.
They don't anyway.
Right, another 747 to Hong Kong. Atlas Air Flight 9561, 10 years old. First flight July 2014. Now lining up at runway 18 left. And the 747 from Cargolux to Luxembourg has been pushed back and is also making its way over here. Is it going to take off from this runway or runway 24? That is the question. Boy Dana. Oh.
I have to listen to that.
Careful that you don't sing too accurate, otherwise we will get demonetized. My singing with my singing, there's no risk of demonetization because I'm not exactly the best of singers.
I'll take it as a compliment then.
Do that. You do that. Right. Let's look and listen. Fire in the hole. Man, that's quiet, isn't it? That is underwhelming. The mighty 7478. Lovely to see. Bit underwhelming to hear. At least from this point of view. Maybe if you stood on the other side, left of it, I think wind is blowing towards the east a little bit. Hey, Cathay also on the move. Qatar? What? Oh, Qatar arriving, right. That is Saudia. And there is Qatar. And more Cathay is coming. Now, Cargolux 747 with Atlas still visible in the background is appearing. Another 747. There it is. So we have a Queen coming. We also have a 777-300 taking off shortly. Now the Qatar 777 has arrived. Cathay Pacific is going to leave for Hong Kong, a very popular destination. Now at some point around 1 o'clock expectedly, the runway use is going to change again. So we are very lucky with seeing all these airplanes take off from runway 18 left. QJ asks, so standing at the M would have good sound? I'm not. Let's have a look. Yeah, the windsock clearly indicates wind blowing from west to east at the moment. So yeah, if you're standing at the McDonald's you would hear it better. The wind is blowing away from us a little. Or at least from runway 18 left it is blowing away from us. Everything from the platform is still coming this way. Lance Planes and more has to go. That is very unfortunate. Alan also has to go. Dudes, what the fudge? Your timing is poor. We have pretty airplanes coming to take off pretty soon. But if you guys have to go, thank you for joining and see you later. Don't forget to watch the rerun for the departures of these airplanes. 747 and Cathay, A350-1000. And you're absolutely right, Tom. Cargolax will probably have the shortest takeoff distance, going nearly empty back to Luxembourg. And by the way, Tom, good to see you again, mate. Photo for you back in the chat. Let's focus on the 777 in a moment. Lined up right now is KLM flight 872, 777-300 to Delhi. I wish these airplanes were closer to each other, would make a beautiful thumbnail. Hey, late Joe 787, good to see you. Nice of you to say hi. Welcome back, one and all. You're watching MS Live with heavy hitters. More heavy hitters. 777-300 to Delhi, lined up right now. Is there anything in the background also taking off or not? Doesn't look like it. Triple 7-300 lined up. One itty bitty 737, or is that an Embraer? No, it's an Embraer. Little itty bitty Embraer in between. Cargolax 747. Cathay Pacific A350-1000. Lance Planes and more. No need to apologize. Enjoy Birmingham with your cousin, mate. Denny is an update for F3 Pushback around 1250, Dreamliner 1000. Foxtrot 3. In 3 minutes from now. Absolutely right, Lance. Driving on the left, if you're not used to it. Foxtrot 3. This is Echo. Echo. Foxtrot 6, 8. So 3 is further back. Hey there, Andy. What a time to return to the chat. Doing well indeed. I hope you are too. Cargolux 747 to Luxembourg, taking off shortly. After it, or at least behind it, is Cathay Pacific. Whether it is going to be 2 consecutive departures remains to be seen. Hadi Greet, goedemiddag. Itty bitty Embraer lined up right now. The airplanes are continuing to come. The queue is forming. More candidates for runway 18 left. Foxtrot 3. It has to be further back. Hard for us to see. Danny will be pushing back pretty soon. We have boots on the ground for those of you joining us just now. Webje Danny working as a pushback driver today and announcing which pushbacks he will do in the chat. This is the third 747 taking off from runway 18 left. We already saw one KLM 747 land on runway 27, the intersecting runway. Cargolux Italia 747 to Luxembourg, doing a turn and burn. Little bit more noise than the 7478. Already rotating. Light AF. Boy. Arrivederci. Is that a car alarm? I think that alarm doesn't sound very threatening or imposing. Is that another 767? Yep, another United 767. Cathay Pacific A350 1000 going to Hong Kong, flight 270. Oh. Happy New Year!
Dude, I'm 33 by now.
That means you're still 9 years younger than me.
Come on, give me some more fireworks.
There's 767. F3 is coming next to the TUI. I'm not seeing any other TUIs than the one I showed you just now. That's where he's probably going to deliver the airplane. Meanwhile, we have queues on Cheaters Lane, and we have a queue here at the threshold. We have a little heavenly ray of light shining on Schiphol Airport. The gods are smiling on us. Think we can see Danny on the move with the pushback. Foxtrot 3 is where it is pushing back from. Stefan is scheduled to depart from runway 24. That is a pity, mate. Stefan flying with his dad today in the cockpit of a Transavia A321neo. Meanwhile, this is Webje Danny at work, pushing back. He is in the LB again. Lise de Buizer or Pound. Lima Bravo. Say what? Pretty sure we're going to see a wave from the pushback driver, which is Danny, when he is done with pushback and is also taking out the safety pins. Pushing back the Dreamliner. 78710. Indeed, Stefan. Tell your dad to request 18 left. Niet geschoten is altijd mis, as we say in Dutch. I have to give it a try, otherwise you know for sure it won't happen. Hey there, Dino, who is tuning in from a nice summery Cape Town. Ooh, that sounds very nice. Effie asks, when does the A380 depart? Does anyone know? Well, it's usually 3 hours after its arrival. It arrived it arrived 12:20, so I'm thinking around 3 towards, well, between 3 and 3:30 probably in the local afternoon. And Lejo says EK is scheduled for 2:40, so a little less than 3 hours on paper. Well, no, a little less. That's luck everything, because the wind is picking up a little bit on occasion, causing a few vibrations. Meanwhile, the G is leaving for Athens again. Now, for those of you joining us just now, we're watching Danny, who just pushed back this Dreamliner and announced he was going to push it back before he did. See him how he has pushed back the Dreamliner. He's going to drive away after decoupling. Then he's going to take out the safety pins so that the airplane can move on its own. He will drive away. He will first give us a wave probably, and then he will drive away and he will show the pilot that he has the pins. Yes. He's got them. And a wave to us. Yes, I waved back. I'm not sure if you could see, but I definitely waved back. That was a wave to us. He will now drive away the pushback truck and will show the pilots that he has the pins and that they're safe to taxi. There you go, all clear. Turkish A330 photo bombing. Hey there Davy, goedemiddag. And his dad. Absolutely beautiful to hear you guys are enjoying the streams. Thanks for saying hi.
Intergenerational.
Intergenerational, indeed. Indeed, Ton, the wave is very nice. Danny at work, we're filming him. He's giving us a clue where he's going to go to next, and we'll give heads up when he's going to do a pushback. Now, where is this Dreamliner going to go to, I wonder? Doesn't seem to be showing on flight radar just yet. Oh, that's Stefan's airplane. The airplane he and his dad are going to leave in later. YH the YHB. Indeed, Marky, nice to have an inside man on the stream. We're very lucky to have Danny telling us where he's going to do pushbacks and also giving us a little wave. Goeiedag. Now, and this is KLM flight 1545 going to Malaga. Hele goeiedag. Wat zegt u? Hebben wij toestemming om hier te mogen filmen? Hebben we toestemming nodig om hier te mogen filmen? Oké, dat wist ik niet. Nee, ik heb nergens toestemming gevraagd om hier te mogen filmen. Ik dacht dat... Ik mag ermee stoppen. Sinds wanneer is het nodig om hier...
Ik wil wat vertellen, meneer. Dit terrein is van de luchthaven Schiphol. Er gelden hier regels.
Ja.
Het is openbaar.
Ja.
Het is openbaar in de zin van als jij een doel hebt,
Ja.
als je een auto ophalen,
Ja.
een ticket hebt, daar mag jij wel doen.
Oké.
Maar niet om te filmen live, als je live bent.
Ja? Dat mag allemaal niet.
Nee. Of je moet het via de officiële wegen,
Ja?
via onze persvoorlichting, communicatie, kun je je doellijsten vertellen. Dat is de officiële weg.
Oké, nou ja, dat ben ik niet van op de hoogte.
Oké, dat maakt niet uit. Daarom zijn we ook dat moeten vertellen. Kijk, gaat u op een gegeven moment voor de slagbomen.
Ja?
Dan is de openbare weg toegankelijk voor een ieder.
Ja.
Dus dan mag jij lopen als je daar iets te doen hebt, kun je
Ja.
daar gaan lopen.
Ja.
Nu hier is het echt alleen toegestaan voor mensen die of een ticket hebben of een doel in de zin hebben om een auto op te halen.
Oké. Nou ja, er wordt hier wel vaker van gestreamd.
Dat klopt, maar
Waarom?
het valt nu wel op. De luchthaven die wil er wat mee. Wij moeten er wat mee doen. Wij moeten optreden.
Oké.
Kijk, nogmaals,
Mhm.
ik snap wat u aan het doen bent.
Mhm.
Het is voor mij geen probleem in
Nee.
de zin van om te filmen,
Mhm.
maar hier mag het niet.
Oké.
Je moet echt op de openbare weg
Op de openbare weg
Ja,
staan.
ja.
Oké. Nou prima, dan ga ik de boel opruimen.
Ja? Wij
Dus ik
wachten
moet,
eventjes.
dus ik moet met de
communicatieafdeling,
persvoorlichter.
Even via de website van Schiphol.
Perfect.
Leg je dan net wat het doellijnt.
Ja, perfect.
Van joh, ik ben spotter, liefhebber
Ja.
en ik wil graag live. Als ze jou toestemming geven, krijg je een A4 met daarin als toestemming.
Oh, perfect.
Zo. Is het geregeld?
Perfect. Nou, dan ga ik daar
Voor-
achteraan.
Voor nu heb je dat nu niet.
Nee, ik snap het. Nee, prima. Dan
Ja?
ga ik het opruimen.
Is goed.
Oké,
Dankjewel.
bedankt. Well, you heard it, guys. Unfortunately, I have to wrap up because this is officially airport property, and you need to have permission from the press department. Apparently, new information to me. Yeah, so I guess I have to wrap up. Bummer, I will see you guys later. I need to wrap up. They're watching me and they're waiting for me to wrap up. So, got to go, guys. Thank you for joining. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now.